Here's what it's really like using the iPhone 17 base model for 8 months straight. I'm now 8 months in with this phone, and that new phone excitement, long gone. Now I'm noticing all the little details, the good and the not so good. And honestly, I'm pretty happy with it. Design-wise, it's clean and simple, but still eye-catching. The screen alone surprised a lot of people, because Apple actually put the same panel from the Pro series into this base model. And it's not just the screen. The front camera also comes with center stage, which honestly makes selfies and video calls so much easier. In this video, I'm breaking down my full 8-month experience with the iPhone 17. And here's my take. This is the iPhone 17 you actually need. Not the Air, not the Pro, but this base model right here. Why? Simple. It's way cheaper, but performs almost as good as the Pro. So you save money without really giving anything up. All right, let's start with the design and the screen. Some designs look exciting at first, but get boring pretty fast. What's interesting is I didn't feel that with this phone. Actually, it was the opposite. At first, I thought the iPhone 17's design was just, yeah, this looks clean. But the longer I used it, the more I realized how well thought out this design actually is. The slightly rounded flat edges make it super comfortable to hold. And at 177 grams, it's light enough that my hand doesn't get tired even after long use. The matte glass back looks clean without trying too hard. And here's something I noticed. Every time I put this phone down on a coffee shop table or next to my laptop while editing, it just blends naturally into that minimal aesthetic around it. And that's when it hit me. The design I first thought was just okay turned out to be the one that's the most comfortable for everyday use. It doesn't need to try hard to look good, because it's already good by default. One of the things that shocked me from day one with this phone is the screen. I know ProMotion marketing always sounds great on paper, but I honestly didn't expect it to actually change how I feel the phone in long-term use. But it really did. I'm not exaggerating. The difference is real. Scrolling through Instagram or TikTok feels smoother, reading long articles is easier on the eyes, and switching between apps feels buttery smooth. Here's the funny part. Now, when I pick up a 60 Hz phone, it actually feels a bit laggy to me. Not slow exactly, just not as natural. And after 8 months, I still appreciate this screen every single day. For me personally, 120 Hz isn't just a marketing gimmick like I used to think. It's one of those features that makes me think twice about ever going back to a 60 Hz phone. Sometimes it's the small things like this that end up making the biggest difference in everyday use. So yeah, 8 months later, I'm still not tired of this screen. If you're already using a high refresh rate phone, drop a comment. Do you feel the same way, or is it just me? Now, let's talk about the camera on the iPhone 17. This is probably the most important thing I realized after 3 months of use. I stopped thinking about this camera altogether. And that's not a complaint, it's actually the opposite. With the 48 megapixel dual camera system, the performance is incredibly consistent. The main lens delivers stable results, wide dynamic range, natural colors, and sharp detail without looking overprocessed. The 48 megapixel ultra-wide lens made a bigger difference than I expected. Photos come out sharper, group shots don't look messy, and honestly, the 2x zoom is what stands out the most for me. I use it a lot for food photography, detail shots, street photography, and even thumbnail images sometimes. The results stay sharp and clean, so I never feel like I'm sacrificing quality. And here's the important part. I don't feel like I'm missing anything, even though I used to have a phone with 3 lenses. At first, I thought I'd miss that extra zoom flexibility, but honestly, I didn't miss it at all. For everyday use, the lenses on the iPhone 17 are more than enough. For my YouTube content, I don't always use a proper camera, and the iPhone 17 keeps impressing me with the video quality. 4K footage looks incredibly clean, stabilization is reliable, and the exposure adjustments are smooth. What I love most is how consistent this phone is. No fiddling with settings, no overthinking it, just hit record and it already feels like using a high-end setup. And after 8 months, I'm still relying on this phone for all my recording needs. 8 months isn't that long to fully judge a phone's performance, but it's long enough to notice if something's off. And honestly, with the iPhone 17, nothing feels off at all. Multitasking is smooth, switching between apps is effortless, and even editing 4K video, this phone doesn't break a sweat. Sometimes it gets a little warm, but after resting for 5-10 minutes, it's back to normal. What I love most is that the performance always feels like it has extra room to spare. The iPhone 17 still feels like it has plenty of headroom for heavier tasks, and I genuinely believe this phone is going to stay fast for a long time to come. At this point, the iPhone 17 doesn't feel like just another base model. Honestly, I think this phone is exceptional. In previous years, base iPhones usually felt almost identical to the model before it, to the point where I'd be confused about what Apple actually upgraded. But the iPhone 17 is different. With a 120Hz display, 48-megapixel camera, a big battery, and high screen brightness, everything just feels complete. Sure, the Pro series still has a few advantages that are slightly better, but for everyday use, this phone genuinely feels like a flagship, not a stripped-down version. And that's what changes how you feel about owning this phone. Honestly, at this point, I don't feel the urge to upgrade. And that might be the biggest compliment I can give. Usually tech makes you want to switch the moment something newer comes out. But after 8 months with the iPhone 17, I just don't feel that pull. I'm not thinking about the Pro, and definitely not the super thin iPhone Air. The iPhone 17 already does everything I need, smoothly and comfortably. Slowly but surely, this phone won me over. Through its smooth screen, reliable battery life, consistently great photos, and all the small conveniences it offers. And for me, that's the best result you could ever ask for from a phone.
So that's my full experience after 8 months with the iPhone 17 base model. From the design that looked plain at first but turned out to be the most comfortable for daily use, to the 120Hz screen that's made it hard to go back to 60Hz. A camera I can consistently rely on without overthinking it, and performance that still feels like it has plenty of room to grow. For me personally, the iPhone 17 isn't just a cheaper version of the Pro. It's a phone that's genuinely well thought out. And honestly, I think this is the iPhone 17 that's most worth owning. If this video helped you out, don't forget to hit like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's a great time to join, because there's a lot more honest reviews like this coming up. Oh, and earlier in the video, I asked about your experience with high refresh rate screens. Don't forget to drop your answer in the comments. I'll be reading every single one. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.